Trey Vietnam in this bitch. What up? Really grown. Anybody that really rock with me, you already know. Anybody who really on the level, then you already know. We are doomed. Y'all know that, right? You know that it's almost inescapable at this point. That all of the shit that we think, I fucking hate that my AC does that shit. Like, I swear it only does that shit when I'm fucking recording. When I'm live streaming, that's when it does this shit. Like, the AC ain't even on. It usually only does. I gotta go get that shit fixed. That shit is annoying as fuck. But we are doomed, man. Everything that we all want, you can look at everybody like nationwide, man. Nationwide, there's an overall consensus of the idea of freedom. That's what makes us American. That's what you say, right? I think that's what makes us human. The lines of division will surely expose to you what it is that's going to be the hindering of the freedom that you want. All you gotta do is ask a person who they are in the world. They're going to instantly begin to describe to you a whole bunch of shit that divides them from other people. That division will then in turn be a reason why we won't stick together the way we should to find the bottom line objective truth to all of the issues that we got going on. This shit's doing this shit again. It usually don't even do it this long or keep coming back. I've been in the car for like 15 minutes. It usually does the shit right away and then it doesn't do it anymore. This shit's annoying as fuck. So pardon the fucking ticking, clicking. Apparently Chevy Impalas have a problem with doing this. I'm driving a fucking Nissan Armada. Come on, man. Shit is annoying as fuck. But we are never going to get what it is that we want. We want the freedom. We want the justice. We want the truth. Never gonna get none of that. The problem is that no matter where you turn, no matter who you ask, everybody thinks that what it is that they think about the world is exactly right, actually. No one says, this is what I think about the world, and I know I'm wrong. Nobody does that. Everybody thinks that they are exactly right. We can't all be right. The problem is the people who are wrong have a hard time giving the open mind that's necessary for them to discover how wrong they are. I try to do this all the time. I try to examine what it is that I think and I feel, putting the thought over the feelings. If my thoughts and feelings arrive at the same destination, then okay, so be it. Then I will acknowledge the feeling. But the thought is what's best because what's important really is that we find logical conclusions to these issues, that you can follow a logical path of thought to arrive at the same conclusion every time. Feelings change. Feelings are definitely not going to be consistent from one person to the next. But objective truth is real, and if you can't admit that, or if you cannot find that, that is your fault. But it doesn't change the fact of the matter. The fact of the matter is, you're not free in this country. The methods that they have given you to help you find and then hopefully maintain some freedom, those things aren't really real. The vote ain't real. The candidates are selected. They got a plan that's detectable by the fact that we watch them stumble and fumble this shit all the time. Different parts of the country and the world are in different stages in their plans of global domination, so you can kind of see what's on the horizon and what the change might look like if you look back into the past to see what's moving and what's not moving. You can see all of this stuff. You can detect it with gematria. If you know gematria, you can see what it is that they're doing, because the numbers line up way too much, and it's way deeper than a 4.8 earthquake on and today being 4.8, and people are worried about an earthquake today. If there is an earthquake today, just know that nobody's predicting an earthquake. We are onto a fucking plan that we can see, and then you just trying to spoil the plan by verbally saying what it is that they may be planning on doing. But I cannot imagine today coming and going without some major event that people will forever sync with this eclipse, where the two topics will forever be tethered together, and that's going to be an earthquake or a mass shooting or multiple mass shootings. I was wondering where all the doom and gloom was coming from when people were talking about the eclipse. Eclipse, doom and gloom, don't go outside, don't do this or that or whatever. And I'm going, what makes y'all react like that? Because the sun is going to be partially or almost completely blocked by the moon for a short period of time. Why the fuck does that make y'all think that doom and gloom is on the horizon because of that? Y'all are weird, right? People are weird. They use Bible quotes as if Revelations and all this other shit is something real. You watch the Bible in a predictability behind world events that you think you find it in the Bible. It's some kind of revelation or God's plan. Y'all take that in that way without realizing how many times y'all look there and then it becomes untrue. Things don't line up. Where the fucking plan fails, where it doesn't happen, y'all ignore that, so that y'all try to be the next motherfucker to predict something and then point to the Bible, is that the Bible is trying to tell us something that we need to listen to. The fact of the matter is, the Bible is a fucking playbook. The Bible is a playbook by the elitists running the fucking world, because the best way to predict the future is to make it, and they know that. So they're going to give you your future and give you a playbook so that you think, oh, the holy book said this, and then the earthquake, and then the fucking eclipse on 4. Hey, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Y'all is crazy, man. Y'all are crazy, man, because that Bible ain't never freed y'all from nothing. The Bible ain't never gave y'all nothing to overcome this shit. The Bible only tells you what's going to happen so that you can fucking look into the eyes of the assailant when they're smashing you with your Bible shit. It tells you nothing of a remedy of how to avoid these things at all. Hey, no problem. Is that Asan? Is that how you pronounce that? Asan Hook? What up, man? Showing mad respect, always in the chats. Thank you. Predictive programming for goddamn sure. Nunya, what up? Directional flapper is flapping. Man, listen, man. It's our fault that that things tend to go the way they are. You know what I noticed? And this is breaking my heart a little bit, because I always kind of notice it, but I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt, give them time to come around, try to be optimistic, try not to care so much about what's going on, but I do care though. That's what's crazy. No matter how much I say I don't give a fuck, I want y'all to remember this moment right now when I say this, that when I'm trying not to be emotional, that is my emotions, because I do care a lot. When I say I don't give a fuck, I don't even mean that shit. I care a lot, bro. I care a lot about what's going on. What I noticed is that a great majority of the people that are the closest to me, I'm talking about family. I'm talking about my girl. I'm talking about my baby mama. I'm talking about my mama, my brother. All of these people respect me enough for who it is that I am. They know that I am adamant about what it is that I'm talking about, because I know something that maybe they don't know. That I mean to be sincere when I speak about these things. And that I'm intelligent enough that it must be based on some intelligence, because I wouldn't be so passionate about things that were nonsensical, that I haven't examined thoroughly with serious logic. I wake up every morning trying to prove wrong what the fuck it is that I thought was right. And every time I revisit this shit, I go, I don't see no other fucking place to go but where I'm going. There is no other direction to go but where I'm going. I'm trying to not see this, and I can't help but to see it. They know that that's who I am, and they respect that. How many people in my personal life, the closest people to me, The top 10 closest people to me. Co-workers, family, and friends. Take the top 10, the ones that really deeply love and respect who I am. Take them top 10. How many of them top 10 do you think actually agree with what I'm actually saying outside of them supporting me because they love me? How many? I'm telling you, it's like one. And even then, the one that I'm thinking of, we don't agree on everything, and we don't have to, but we don't agree on everything. This is the loneliness of the human experience. That you don't, it don't have to be the shit that I'm talking about that can draw you into the idea of the loneliness of being a fucking human being. When you really want connection with people, and the things that you're the most passionate about are things that you are never going to connect with some of the people the closest to you. And it's just heartbreaking. Because baby mama, my current girl, other people in my life, every now and then, they break into little bits and pieces of conversation with me about law enforcement, government, what the truth of the world is. And though they agree that things are wrong, something's wrong, when I point to different conspiracy theories and other issues, they go, yeah, oh, that's fucked up. Ooh, that's weird. Oh, that's crazy. They be lying. You know what a dividing line is? Is how we need to respond to the illusion of government of authority and what it means to us in our lives. That's what a dividing line is. They see all of the pain and suffering from the control. They see that. They get most of that. When I say fuck the police, that's when things get different. My baby mama said to me yesterday, on our son's birthday, about the shooting that happened on Saturday where the police had to shoot this dude and then me getting out here doing the open carry demo. I couldn't tell if she switched her tune or if I was misunderstanding her, and as she got further into explanation, when I began to understand her, then I switched my train of thought from being defensive about what she was saying to then joining a conversation with her about what it was that she was saying. But in the state of my confusion, where I thought that I had to be defensive, what I thought she was saying was me getting out and doing an open carry demonstration after they shot that dude may confuse the police and or the public to the degree that the police won't come out to defend us when we need help from the crazy person with a gun. That's what I felt like she was saying. And I feel like that's what she was saying because that actually sounds like an articulated rebuttal to what the fuck it is that I am doing, which I have a fucking rebuttal for, of course. Nonetheless, I shouldn't have to put the words together in my own head. I wish people would articulate this shit themselves so I don't have to make assumptions. And she never articulated it in this way, but I felt like that's what she was saying. In my mind, I put what she was saying together in my head in that way, that's what it was she was saying. Then she started to further move the conversation in that vein by saying she works at a hospital. She sees the cops all the time. All the cops coming there are nice. What the fuck then? What the fuck is the bullshit hate about the cops? They just want to defend us. This is what it is that I'm saying. Something that I find in common with the people that disagree with me, even the people that are closest to me, they don't all watch my shit. Baby mama who I'm talking about, she don't watch my videos. She don't watch my videos. Do y'all hear me? Got a child with this woman. Does not watch the videos. Constantly sending me memes and shit. Posting shit from social media about the things that scare all of us. She always sends me shit that's on the religious angle, the media angle. I'm always trying to curb that to be like, take what it is that you're looking at that is drawing your attention, your emotions. Angle it in this way away from such a religious thing that you have to admit takes faith and belief in to even latch on to. Take all of the power in what it is that you're worried about, the conversation you want to have, the point you're trying to make, the issues that concern you. Take it all and put it in some place where religious division can't stop what it is that you're saying because you don't need that to understand or see what it is that you're trying to say. And when you do that, then you start talking to everybody. You start talking and speaking in ways that any man from any faith can embrace what it is that you're saying, because you don't bring faith to the table, because it's unnecessary, because the truth will be void of those things. You won't need to believe in God if he shows up. You think he gives a fuck about what book you got in your hand if he shows up? Nope, it won't matter. Do you think it'll matter at all if you're an atheist, if a God stood in front of you? Nope, it don't matter. Proof is in the pudding. And that's what you need to do when you bring any topic of discussion to me about religion, about government, about any of that. Put that shit in a position where it doesn't matter what culture I'm in, what religion I ride with. Don't matter. Listen to what I said and evaluate and examine. If you can do that, you will stand supreme in your position. And then hopefully you can deliver all of the fucking goods to either convince a person that the best path for their life is on a different avenue, or you can work it out inside of your fucking self to reconcile the things that you have wrong, but you ain't gonna get that unless you have the conversation. And that's what I always like to do. Where is the conversation? People don't want to have it. The people that are closest to me, that don't even watch my videos. You think my baby mama watch my videos? She don't watch the videos, bruh. I can tell. Because she keeps talking to me like she's trying to reveal new information to me. But she's showing me a religious, Jesus-loving meme about the earthquake today, if there's an earthquake today. But drawing a conclusion from the earthquake and today's date is that maybe today there will be an earthquake to coincide with the eclipse. So they got these two natural phenomena. I wouldn't be surprised. When she brought this religious thing and this fucking passage from the Bible, that as soon as you try to explain this to a person that don't rock with the Bible, you might actually cause for somebody to ignore or deny a piece of truth, or a glimpse into a glimpse behind the veil. They might not be able to latch on to that or respect it for what it is if you bring something religious to them. Don't do that. Tell them that it ain't got nothing to do with that. That it is what it is, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be, and this is why. And your understanding or your agreement is not required for the truth. You don't gotta believe shit. It's going to show you. You won't be able to escape it. And then people like to talk like this about Jesus. But how many times y'all say he's gonna come back? He ain't been here. He ain't been back. He said he's gonna come back in during the time of the people that witnessed him, so that they know that it was him, so that they can lay eyes on him in this life, watch his death, and then watch him return. He said he would do that, and he did not do that. Y'all don't know that. These same people pushing these religious memes today about this shit also never read the fucking Bible. They don't have open mind enough to know that all of the fucking personal things that they try to use to substantiate and support their belief in their religious fucking indoctrinations are stories that other people in other religions can fucking claim as their own for the same reason. God came to you and spoke to you in a dream? That's what the fucking Buddhist said. Which one of y'all right? Because both of y'all are being affected by something. One of y'all going in this direction, and one of y'all taking that same energy and going in this direction with it. Y'all are weird, bruh. Fucking tired of it, man. Don't talk to me about no religious shit. Get on that real shit. Y'all support me because y'all can see that I'm passionate in this shit, but y'all not even watching my videos. My current girl did not watch my videos. And I can say that because I know she's not going to see this one. She's not gonna see this video. I bet you she don't. She told me, years after doing the open carry, years after witnessing who the fuck it is that I am and what I got going on. You know what she told me years after that? This is like that last year. She said this shit to me, blew my mind. I was like, why are we not talking more? You realize what you just said to a nigga like me? We got kids together. What? How could you say that to me? Says telling the kids not to trust the police might be a bad idea because then they will grow up to not depend on the police. See what I'm saying? Do you understand why, if you rocking with me, why I appreciate you? Because I ain't got kids with you. I ain't asked you to marry me. You ain't known me for 10, 12, 15 years of my life. You ain't known me all my life. You're not my cousin. I might not never actually see your face. Faceless fans, right? Rocking with me. Some of y'all see every video. Some of y'all listen to every word. And if you disagree, you actually say it. And if you agree, you actually say it. I got kids with human beings that won't watch the videos. That sometimes actually reveal that they should have been watching the videos, and we should have more conversations about this, because they're damn fucking wrong about serious issues that are small, fucking easy to fix situations. If they would have a fucking conversation with me and iron it out, and not just have a conversation to say what you think so I can say what I think and then we go our separate ways. Listen to me to be listening for cues, signs, and what it is that I'm saying that might be telling you that you need to change your perspective. Because for a woman that I got kids with to say that shit to me after I've been doing this all this time is mind-blowing. Disappointing, actually. You tell the kids the absolute truth, because the truth will always supersede everything, regardless of the pain or the danger implied. I don't give a fuck about none of that. How she don't know that already? That I don't give a fuck about that, and that I got a fix for all of this stuff. It's easy. Watch me fix it. You tell the kids that cops do something good, but the good they do is responsibility of everybody, so that can't make them special. How the scale seems to tip towards the side of cops being bad is that they actually use an illusion of authority to do bad things to people that I will go to jail for doing to somebody, even if I had the exact same fucking reasons. That part is bad. All of the good is the responsibilities of everybody else. They actually curb people from taking on these responsibilities at a young age by creating a dependency on police to do these things, so that you grow up feeling like it's not your responsibility to do this, thus making you weak. In that regard, in your adulthood, that the dependency grows to a very unhealthy high level, because from a child, they've been telling you, this is the job of the police, to protect you. And then you say, okay, you ain't telling the whole story. The cops are sometimes bad. I had to tell my 5-year-old daughter. She seen a cop. She's like, oh, there's a cop right there. We were in the car. This is about 4 or 5 days ago. I said, how you feel when you see the police? She said, I don't know. I said, are they nice? She said, yeah. I said, not all of them. She goes, oh. I go, they supposed to be nice, but they not all nice because they just regular people. But this is their job, though. So sometimes regular people are bad, and then they get the job, and then they do bad stuff when they really shouldn't even really be doing that. They're not always nice, but they're supposed to be protecting you. But it's best that you protect yourself. And she says, oh, okay. I said, if somebody wants to hurt me right now, should I wait for the police or should I try to make them stop? She said, make them stop. I was like, yeah, I shouldn't wait for the police. They might be far away. And she goes, oh, okay. See, the kids know. They put the logic together. I say this to a grown person. They stop listening to me when I start saying this shit that hurts their feelings or put the responsibility in their hands. And then they turn the conversation back up so that they can say what it is that they want to say with no real intentions on listening for cues of the change that's inevitable inside of everybody. They're not looking for cues to see if I'm going to be the reason why they got to change something in their life. That's the ego. That's a whole bunch of other bullshit, social engineering, and division and all type of shit. They got us fucked up, bro. We ain't gonna never get out of this shit. That's what I think. Some people like to be optimistic. Some days I'm optimistic. Other days I go, fuck that optimism. I'm just gonna be real with myself, because then I sometimes I feel like what I'm doing is what it is that I'm telling other people not to do. And that is put on a happy face, think positive, and go on with your life. We're gonna be okay. That's what some people think, but I can't do that all the time. And some days I got to give myself the honest truth, even when it hurts, and then trying to find some energy of acceptance. We ain't never finna get out of this shit that we got going on. Social media, the news, all of that shit got us fucked up, and we're not gonna get out of it either. They got us. The government wants to take the guns. That's a bad idea. We shouldn't even let them talk about that at all, because the actual act of them talking about it is a sign that we have a problem, because they're the last people that it should ever be up to whether or not we have tools that can be effective or not in a revolution. They have effectively defused the potential for a revolution if You thought a revolution was going to be a head-on fight of all of us versus everybody that has a government job. If you look at that, we got no chance. They want you to think that that's how it's going to happen too, and it won't. They know in their own circles that they would have to circumvent our U.S. Military to keep them from defending the people for real in an act of a third world conflict. If a government went tyrannical, if there was a revolution, they have to busy these people. They got to demonize them, because as soon as you leave the military, they begin to demonize you. They know they fucked your head up too. And they're going to use that against the rest of the people. That's how they police the rest of us, by taking self-checkout stats from military personnel and transformers. The transformers are people who like feel so enthralled with the idea of actually being a woman that a man says that he will chop the fucking dick off. He don't even want his dick no more. Those kinds of people, when people feel that way, and that's fine if you feel like that, that's got nothing to do with me. I don't give a fuck, because it's going to go on regardless of what it is that I think or say. I could care less about any of that. I don't mean to judge any of y'all. I can't express to you how much I don't give a fuck. When I say I don't give a fuck about what y'all do, I'm so serious. I say it from the bottom of my heart. I don't care. Got nothing to do with me. I'm an agent of absolute freedom. You got to be free to do anything you want if you ain't hurt nobody else. It don't have to sound good to me for me to okay that. I don't give a fuck. Do you understand? Okay. That doesn't change the fact that you motherfuckers and ex-military personnel are the fucking #1 fucking self-checkouts. And it's 65% of the gun deaths in this country. That's the truth. They use that to then say, we don't think y'all should have guns, man. Y'all just, and it's proof. What happened yesterday when I did the open carry demonstration? If you haven't seen it, you should see it. I really need to mic up, because I am literally hindering some of the best interactions that I have with the public, because you can't hear what's going on when I'm out on the corner sometimes. And that's my fault. Directly allowing it to continue to go and shit like that, little mics I can clip onto myself and shit. I can never get the mics to Bluetooth to my phone, and I don't understand why. Like, I don't understand that the earpods work. They Bluetooth easily. The other shit not Bluetooth, and I don't know what's going on. The microphone not Bluetoothing. Yeah, thanks. Amy is in the chats. Crack Their Codes is in there. If you don't know Gematria, you need to go to Crack Their Code YouTube channel. Crack Their Code. Amy's in the chats, and she'll get you caught up to speed on Gematria. And think you can make eye contact with the beast in the bushes. If you learn Gematria, you'll look right at it. Full eye contact. You go, oh shit, there it is. Right? It's easy to see the footprints. It's easy to quiet yourself so that you can hear that he's breathing from the mother in the bushes. But if you want to look into the eyes and make eye contact with the red fucking glowing eyes of the you want to look right at it, learn Gematria. It'll freak you out. It'll let you know exactly what you're looking right. You're looking right at that shit. Confirmed for damn sure that something is wrong. Go check that out. Gematria is some real shit. But we have given ourselves too much of ourselves, our mental capacity, to sports and tons of other things. The schools teach us what they want us to learn. They don't teach us like how to think. If you learn how to think, you make it less likely that somebody's going to be able to fool you. And I think that it's very difficult for them to fool me with stuff. Mostly because I start off with just distrusting everything that they say. That's a good start, and I think it's fair too. It's just fair and sensible for you to distrust what government says right away, and then try to think your way into where they are. And when you can't agree to them to where it is that they are, then you gotta call. You cannot agree for a second that it makes any sense at all that the government that could potentially be tyrannical hold all of the control on whether or not we can have the firearms that might be necessary to stop them if they go tyrannical. Don't you know that it can't be up to them? As soon as you know that it can't be up to them, this is what begins to happen. You will refuse to even listen to them say anything because you know where it's going. You will see any attempt that they have control the firearms in this country. You will see that in tandem with other things, and you will be able to place it into a doomed ass scenario to which you need to protect yourself from at all costs. You will also see something else. You will see that's really dark is that you will see that they have come this far through the compliance of ignorant people, and they are probably going to eventually get what it is that they want, even if it looks like an uphill battle for them. On this side, I think it's an uphill battle from us. For us, I think they win, get closer to the constitutional rights and stuff like that. I see that happen, and that makes me smile a little bit. But I know what the inevitable truth is that regardless of what each state says, the ATF has spoken, and they are on this pistol brace thing so because you think that the Constitution is there to protect you, but it's not. The Constitution is there to take something that is a debate about it, which is flaw number one, accepting the debate about move you one step further by getting you to accept losing that debate. Why would you debate them, suit up, go to court, bring your briefcase, doing all this case study and shit like that, heavily involved in the litigation, looking for exemptions for people nationwide who are joined like gun groups and shit like that, which I think is dumb. And you can tell that that's dumb because they are now asking people. They are now asking people who have joined the Gun Owners of America. Seems like a legit organization. I like them better than the NRA. But in all honesty, correct me if I'm wrong, Gun Owners of America, they some bitches too. You know that, right? Y'all know they some bitches? Because they're willing to get into litigation with the government about this shit. Do it look like it makes any sense for them to say, we'll get into litigation, and if the government wins, we will fight y'all because we will not relent. We will not give up our guns. No. I would tell them that the debate doesn't matter. I won't use my money, time, and resources to debate y'all on something that I couldn't even picture y'all winning. There's no debate. You are. Because that's going to be you calling us out to a fight that we know that that's what it is, and we don't fight you. The fuck did you think was going to happen? You thought y'all was going to win on paper, then we was just going to let go too. Y'all are weird, bruh. Seeing that expectation come from them, they expect that what we know is unconstitutional by taking the Second Amendment and taking something undebatable, putting it into an arena of debate. Y'all made, when that happened, it made it possible for Joe Biden basically said that to an audience of Americans, and like it was a fucking stand-up comedy show. And my heart sank. Because I was like, yeah, I think you do got us. In that regard, like that, yeah. Luckily, we don't got to fight y'all to win. We don't got to fight y'all to launch no revolution or nothing. We can just ignore y'all and wait to see how fucking riled up y'all get when we stop listening to y'all about everything. Y'all gonna get all riled up. And when y'all do, then we will be defensive, but you don't need an offensive revolution. None of that makes any sense at all either. I am. And you're doing what they want you to do. They want you to think revolution equals your inevitable death. You're not going to win, so don't talk like that. Play the game nicely, get into our course of law, and then accept whatever outcome you find in there. That's what they want you to do. They want you to give up to the illusion, put in something undebatable into an arena of debate so that you can accept the debate, and then you will have to peacefully accept a loss in that debate. This is the train of thought they want you to get on. Why is that so hard for y'all to see? Why can't you get ahead of them by saying, okay, well then we won't debate you. No more time, resources, money, energy, care at all over there. Do what it is you think you want to do to this gun shit government. And if we consider that tyrannical because we have lost freedom and the ability to stop you, we might come out here and get at you. What y'all want to do? It's kind of up to y'all. Because apparently we're not fighting y'all, right? Y'all doing all this shit where ain't nobody fighting y'all. All these mass shootings, nobody goes to a government building. When have you 7 well-known politicians getting their ass smoked? That never happens. It's what they scared of. They get armed security. What they scared of? They scared of what your ass gonna do when they turn up on all the shit that they want to do to you. They know what you want to do. And they fear that shit. You do not need an F-16 to fight the government. You can smack shit with a few ARs. No problem. The shit works. If we wanted to do that, we would do that. But we don't do that. Because we know that the real freak gonna come do that. That's why I know when I talk this shit, people ain't nowhere near my intelligence. Because you can't talk. Let's do a revolution right now. Stand up. Fuck them. Everybody start getting scared like you talking about shooting at something. But y'all stupid. You're not supposed to shoot at nothing. You're supposed to laugh at them. That they want you to fight, but you won't fight. You will defend yourself, but you won't fight. Not like that. You're not going to spark shit. That's what they don't want you to do. This is the key. This is the key. Is peaceful non-compliance while you're purposely ready for the defensive reaction that you know you're going to have to perform, because they're not going to let you just peacefully walk away from them. They're not going to let you out of their power, out of their control. They're not going to let you out of that. They need to listen to me. Don't nobody want to listen to me. Because I'm with the shits, though. I'm with all the fighting and shooting and all that, though. Defensively. And these so-called patriotic fucking Americans, they're not even with none of that. When I see Gun Owners of America and the NRA go into a courtroom to talk to the ATF about this shit, you know what I mean? People who are willing to negotiate, who are willing to accept a loss over some undebatable, inalienable rights that are not privileges that I did not get from the government. How did government even get there? Who told you you can be there? Some voters? The voters can't run my life or control my guns. You can't do it because a bunch of people said they can. No, you can't. You can't get power from somebody when none of you have the power individually. You can't collectively fucking manifest the power. You know what they can do collectively? Manifest the violence. And that's exactly what they use to control you. And there is nothing else. There's an illusion and then violence for the people that didn't fall for the illusion. That's what we're dealing with. But you got to tell the kids from a young age that it's up to them to defend themselves. If they wait for the police, they're going to be dead. Why would you do that? Cops aren't always fucking good. They actually have a lane to do bad stuff to people that you can't do, that I couldn't do, that we all recognize as being wrong. So don't praise them. Every time you have to fucking depend on them for help and then they actually help, it's because they have monopolized a certain lane in society so that you got to depend on them so much for that you have to be like, but don't I got to thank them for doing this? It's like, technically, yeah, but they hogging the light over there. That's not solely their responsibility. That's weird to me that y'all do this. It's not that hard to circumvent the individual where it belongs. Because no God that anybody can conceive of put us here to be ruled by another human being. If the human being grows up in the right place, parents have money, goes to the right college, gets a job in law enforcement or some other lane of government bullshit, creates a career, a long-standing career. Now all of a sudden, face-to-face, man-to-man as an individual. What judge would come out here and say, I came out here to talk to Trey about the gun ownership and to tell him that he should pass that to me because certain things, he's not going to do that. You know why he won't come out here and do that? Because he'll probably get smoked and he know it. Without that illusion, he know that he would. As an individual, you couldn't do that. What individual could walk up to another individual and say, identify yourself and give me a deep, thorough background look at your background so I can then determine whether or not you can have that firearm. As an individual, we wouldn't let them do none of that. It wouldn't make no sense at all. If government was one nigga, we'd have beat him the fuck up. One dude couldn't say this shit to people. A big group of people can when they have a false dependency to maintain between you and them, and then you see it help, and then you feel like you do got to thank them for something, so then you start accepting all of the fucking deal-breaking bullshit that they do. Because what we're going to do if we don't have them do the good stuff? You do it yourself. Crime scene investigation doesn't have to be a government law enforcement issue. Educated people in that fucking field can create private businesses that do exactly that. You can literally take a government official that already have this job, fire them from that government bullshit, place them into a fucking occupation that don't allow them to abuse people with an illusion of authority, and then tell them all that good shit that they've been doing, continue to do that. We're going to call you this and not law enforcement or crime scene investigation for Cedar Rapids Police Department. Fuck all of that government attachment in the names and shit. Do all of the good shit with none of the illusion outside of being a fucking government official, and watch you do all the good shit, and you can't even hurt nobody with this job now either. In each other. You're competing businesses. They can only thrive if you provide proper service without hurting people. I bet you iron it out and people say, oh, there'll be a bunch of racketeering and things will be uneven because all the rich people will be doing, man, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. The system ain't meant to be perfect. It's supposed to be better than this shit, and it would be better doing shit like that. But y'all silly crazy. Nobody talks to me, not even 2 women that I got kids with. We never have conversations like this, and they don't watch my videos. They know enough of what I got going on, and they go, oh, okay. Disagreements that they might have, rooted in fear, will keep them from talking to me. How you got kids from me, but you think that what I say shouldn't be adopted by kids? Shouldn't be a perspective that kids should have to see, because it can be dangerous later. What's going to be dangerous later? What will be dangerous later is allowing them to take your guns and then tell you to depend on the police when the police don't do shit. They don't stand in front of no gun to do nothing for nobody. They don't. The crazy dude that they killed Saturday, who was he threatening? Whoever he was threatening should have had a better AR than him to be like, you know you're going to die for that, right? That's the best remedy. Expeditiously, you call the fucking bad guy out to a fight for his own fucking life when who he is threatening is tougher than the cop that you're going to call. He also has a fucking gun. It's the best. It's to be taken. It's for the would-be victims to arm themselves to be like, fuck the police. When that cop walked up to me yesterday asking me for my fucking ID, bitch ass nigga, fuck out of here. When he walked up to me asking me for my ID, he knew who I was already. Want to see my ID though, because of a call that he got from a scared person because of what happened in Cedar Rapids the day before. What other people do, they will directly translate onto other gun owners. Even if you've been out here holding a sign that says hug an AR owner while doing open carry demonstrations to tell people, this is who I am, this is what I do. Don't confuse me with somebody else. I get out there yesterday doing open carry demonstration. The day after, they had to kill somebody with an AR-15 here in Cedar Rapids. Scared pedestrian called the police, and the police actually had to come out there to ID me. They get calls all the time when I'm out, but they don't ever come out to ID me. He did this time because everybody's in a tense situation because of what somebody else did, you see? As if, and then they call for the gun control. Even what it is I'm doing, I thought this was genius. I thought it would work. It ain't bulletproof. No pun intended, bro. It's not. The cops wanted to ID me when they never do that. The higher the threat level goes up with anybody, the more likely they are to try to spread that control to the other people, no matter who it is that they say they are, actually. I can't believe that motherfucker tried to ID me. This is weird to me, man. I don't know. I'll do another live stream later today because I got a lot of shit to get off my chest about all this shit. Woo bang, man, get a gun. Tell the police, the government, the public, the president, a foreign invader, a home invader. Tell them you gonna have a gun, bro. They got them. I don't know what the fuck else they expect. And they gonna have to fucking tread lightly and, you know what I'm saying? Don't violate.